What's up, everybody, and welcome to Somebody's Mama podcast. We're your hosts. Yeah, pew, 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 pew. Like the YouTubers, the YouTubers always be like, smash that subscribe button.
Right, all dramatic.
Super dramatic. Well, anyways, welcome. We're your hosts. I'm Nicole.
I'm Kendra.
And we're so happy to be here today. You may notice, this is an upload on a Thursday. We normally upload on a Wednesday, but we are somebody's mama, and life happens, but we're here.
Yes, shout out to us. Okay.
Okay.
We didn't let a week pass by. We just pivoted and we got it going.
Okay, and good things come to those who wait. So, ta-da! We're here.
Right.
But thank you guys for joining us. We are so happy to be here. Please remember to subscribe and all that good stuff. And let's get this party started. Kendra, how was your weekend?
Girl, my weekend was long.
Tell us about it.
My husband, he actually went out of town this weekend for a conference in Atlanta for his business. So shout out to him.
Nice.
He's doing some great work in these HR streets. However, I was home with our two little munchkins. And, I just have to say, shout out to all the single mothers out there, because it's hard when you are, you got your little ones all by yourself. So shout out to y'all. But, yeah, so I was home with the little ones and just trying to keep them busy and plan things, fun things to do with them so they wouldn't be missing their dad. We're always home, the four of us together, especially since the times we're living in now. We're home a lot more often all together. So it was different for him not to be here for them. But I just kept them busy, kept them moving, and they weren't too sad or whatever. So we had fun. We did some activities, went outside. I took them to my mom's house while I was able to go grocery shopping, because nobody wants to take.
No.
The baby is fine, but the toddler, he wants everything in Target. Mom, where's the toy aisle? Where's the toy aisle? I'm like, I'm not dealing with that. So I dropped them off at my mom's, and then so we celebrated. Oh yeah, this weekend was Father's Day.
Yes.
But we had to celebrate early because he went out of town. So Thursday, I cooked dinner, gave him his gifts from the kids. Kendon actually made him this little toolbox. I forgot what it said. Oh, it said, I couldn't have built a better dad than you, or something like that.
Aww.
And it had little tools on there. And it said I love my dad because, and then I asked him those questions and then wrote it down. So it's I love my dad because I like when my dad does this with me. And so that was really cute. He colored it, we cut it out, pasted it together. It's a nice little DIY project.
Nice.
And I gave him his gifts, and we had a nice little time. And then we dropped him off at 5:30 in the morning on Friday at the airport. So I had to get the kids in the car. Actually, he was there to help me get the kids in the car, but then on the way back home, it's just a lot of stuff.
It's a lot.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm spoiled. We usually go most places together, or if I'm leaving somewhere, he'll load the kids up for me, help me get all the stuff together. So, trying to do everything with kids yelling at you at the same time, where's my snack? And blah, 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 blah.
And then you're like, oh, I forgot the snack.
Yeah, let's go get that real quick. Yeah, but it was fun. We had fun. I mean, the boys had fun. My back is toe up because, of course, they wanted to sleep with me.
Ooh.
So I had literally knees in my back, and then Bryson somehow ended up horizontally on my pillow above my head.
Oh my goodness.
So finally I said, forget it. I put a pillow so that they wouldn't fall, and I just slept at the foot of the bed. I was just like, This is why
Oh no.
this is why my kids don't sleep with me no more. It's like it's too much. I have a bad back. I can't do all this. Um, Sunday we celebrated with my dad. So I cooked. He wanted salmon and shrimp, so I made that. And my family came over. We had a good little time. And then Monday we went to a friend's house, and then Brandon came back that evening. Praise the Lord. So we made it through. We had a good weekend. It's been a long time since I've had to do that. Of course, I'm used to being with my kids, but
Right.
I think it's been a few months since I've had to do that. So I was like, oh, girl, I'm tired.
Listen, it's a whole lot when you have to do all of that. Like single moms, like, ooh,
Out
you gotta really give it to them because they do that every
every
day.
day, every day, every day. So they pull that mama strength and get it done. Because at the end of the day, we said this earlier, like, it's so funny. Before we started the podcast, we was like, how you doing, girl? She's like, I'm going. And we didn't even
Yeah.
have to tell each other how the day happened, but it's just like, you just do what you gotta do.
Okay, you just keep it going.
Just keep moving.
Cry if you got to, and keep it going.
Yep, absolutely. So how was
You
your
gotta. Okay, so I am not a DIY mom, right? So I'm not. But when I was in Target, I think it was like Thursday or Friday, I got this great idea. I was like, you know what? I'm going to have the kids draw on some construction paper and then put these cute photos on it and then put it in a frame. And I was just in the vibe of creativity,
Yeah.
right? And so I was like, I don't normally do this DIY stuff, but let's do this, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now that my kids are a little older too, it's kind of more fun because they're really doing the project,
Right. You don't have to do
And
it for them.
right, and it wasn't like noodles or something.
Right.
So Saturday we make it, and so Saturday I tell them like, oh, we're gonna do this special thing for Dad. It's tomorrow's Father's Day, yada yada yada, right? And they're like, Dad, I have something special for you. I'm like, hush. Like, Dad, we're doing something special for you. Special. So excited. It's a surprise.
Oh my
And
God.
my husband's just like, yeah. He's like laughing. They're like, and I was so excited that I like told them like what we're gonna do. So then they're trying to go tell their dad what. I'm like, stop, you guys. It's supposed to be a surprise.
Tell kids anything.
Yeah, you can't tell them nothing, okay?
Oh gosh.
So Saturday we made the cute little thing, and I was feeling so into it that I made like a videotape of it and I put it on Instagram and stuff.
Yeah, it's so cute.
I was so proud because that is not my lane,
Mm.
it's just not my lane. So when I should have recorded my husband getting it, but on Father's Day when they handed it to him, they were so excited and he was just like, oh my gosh, this is so creative. And he was like, why'd you do something so creative? I never think, because they instantly think like, Mother's Day was a month ago and like
Yeah.
what they did for Mother's Day was not as creative.
Yeah. You start feeling bad.
Yeah, I start feeling bad that he gave me a gift card, So it was just like, he was probably thinking like, dang, I'm start working on that Christmas gift, okay? So he was but he really liked it, and we're gonna actually put it in his like office space in the house. So yeah, he really liked it. He really loved it.
Look, I'm turning around like, did he put his stuff up in here? I don't see it. No.
Yeah, but it was fun. And then on actual Father's Day, after we did that, we ate or whatever and stuff. And then that afternoon, we went to my mom's house and we like played in the pool, and it was just a really good day.
Oh,
It was a really good day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good time. But while we were enjoying our Father's Day weekend,
Girl, somebody got their cars being sold.
what?
I'm talking about the update from the Sweetie and Quavo situation.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Okay, so update on that. So wait. Quavo, okay, last week we were talking about Saweetie and Quavo, right?
Mm-hmm.
And how is it right to what was it? We were talking about like the
Take
gifts.
gifts back, like to take gifts back after a breakup because he
Yeah.
took Bentley back, and
He took
apparently it's up for sale on some website. I'm like, these people be like investigating.
Okay, so wait, he put the Bentley back for sale. And you know what was crazy about it?
Mm-hmm.
Was on the head seat, it had icy
It
on
says
it.
icy. So that's the little investigators that they are found it as public knowledge. It's being sold for basically 280,000. And they zoomed in to the head seats that says icy on it. So we know that it's most definitely the same car. So that's crazy. Well, at least we know he paid for it and he didn't lease it because he for sure
Okay.
is selling the car. It has all the details on there and it's definitely for sale. That's wild.
You know, I can't lie though. That engravement or whatever, engrave or whatever, saying icy is real cute.
Yeah, it was cute. It was cute.
But yeah, so if you got 280,000,
She flexed though because she just bought her, I don't know what kind of car it was, but I just saw online that she just bought some car. I'm like, let me look it up. But yeah, I guess she was like, y'all not about to be out here clowning me in these streets. I don't know. I don't see it. I think she probably took it off her page. You know, they be posting and deleting. But yeah, I ain't mad at her. She can afford her own car now.
yeah.
She don't need.
And she's definitely I would say up there on content creation too. I'd give her top 10 on Instagram with content creation.
Yeah, she does really well with like the her little her Birkin bag chronicles or whatever.
Yeah.
Those videos are hilarious.
And her YouTube is pretty good too. Her YouTube channel is pretty good.
Yeah, it is pretty good. I've watched a few of the episodes. It is pretty good. So she's creative. I'll give her that for sure.
Yeah, and she feels genuinely down to earth. Like she doesn't feel she's like super relatable.
So she bought a Rolls Royce Phantom.
Oh damn.
That's what she bought. Yeah. I just looked at the photos. So shout out to her. Get your own car, girl.
Yeah, use your own coin and
Yes.
get you a vehicle.
Also, tell us what else was happening in these streets this weekend, Nicole.
Listen, we gotta wait. One more update too. One more update before we get to the real juicy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Tristan and Chloe have officially broken up. Okay. This is what they said.
I wonder, is the Sarah get pregnant already?
Oh my gosh, don't say that. Oh my gosh, don't say that.
I wonder,
Don't say that. Oh my God.
honestly, I feel like Chloe wouldn't care because she wanted her kids to have the same genes or whatever, right? So she was gonna try to get a baby out of him whether they were together or not. Like on the show, they weren't even officially back together and they were having baby talk. So
Well, listen. I can't handle that, T. I can't handle that. I can't handle that. I
yeah,
can't handle that.
I think her surrogate is probably already pregnant.
You know she is. You know the girl's already pregnant because listen, allegedly, okay, allegedly, we gotta make sure we throw that allegedly.
Right.
You know what? Look, just cease and desist us, okay? So, you know what? You might be right because check this out. They said that they broken up a couple weeks ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
But one, they had to wait till that reunion finished because on the reunion she said that she trusted him.
Mm.
So she probably didn't want to look stupid because allegedly because you know they're broken up, and then the reunion airs saying she trusts him, but then they publicly broken up like a week or two prior. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And so do they have any evidence that he like cheated for real, or is it?
Well, okay, so allegedly they're saying that I think it was this past weekend, Drake allegedly had a party, and they're saying is that he was telling everybody at the party that he was single. And you know, people in LA, like, they can't hold water.
Yeah.
And so or wherever it was, I'm pretty sure it was in LA, but he was basically saying that he was single, and then they said they saw him go into a room with two girls and a guy.
What?
That's what Wendy Williams was saying. And Wendy, you know, she got more reliable sources than us.
Not two girls and a guy.
Two girls and a huh? These are nasty.
I said they was gonna have an orgy.
Oh yeah.
Ain't no telling. Ain't no telling. I'm not judging.
I'm not judging. But basketball stars, they live a whole different life.
Right.
But yeah, so they have broken up. So it's a little update. Chloe and Tristan, she says that she's officially done. It's over.
I don't believe her.
No.
Look how long it took her. Well, Lamar was her husband, but look how long it took her to like really leave him.
I know.
But everyone has their own story. I just feel like she needs to work through some things of her own to understand why she's willing to accept certain behavior.
Yeah, definitely.
Because she knows, like, I'm sure this is not the third or the fourth time. I'm sure it's been many times that she's learned of things like this, and she just overlooks it because she wants her family, you know?
Yeah, and I don't blame her. She wants the, you know, she wants the fairy tale. She wants the family. I don't blame her. But anyways, we're gonna go to this next situation that we have to talk about.
Why he literally is wilding out.
Oh yes, Mr. Nick Cannon. Wildin'.
Bruh. Like,
bro,
he's trying to start his own kingdom of children.
Yeah, so what? Okay, reportedly over the weekend, it was confirmed that he has a fifth baby mama, right?
I think they said that's the fourth. Because he has Mariah. I just looked up don't think I just know all his baby mama's names off top, but
there's 7 kids. Kids.
There's 7 children, and there's reportedly 4 mothers. So you have Mariah Carey, Brittany somebody, Alyssa somebody, and then I think there's one more. Yeah, Mariah Carey has 2, Melissa Bell has 2, and then Abby has the twins, and then Alyssa is pregnant with the new baby.
Oh my goodness. So, okay, so meanwhile, everybody finds out he has another baby mama and he has a 7th kid on the way. But we also saw over the weekend an old interview popped up where he was on Howard Stern, and he was saying how he just wants to live his life because he has a life-threatening health situation where his doctor basically told him that he could potentially just, you know, die tomorrow. Yeah. And that every time he starts feeling good, he gets really, really, really sick again. But does that give you the right to just free willy it? Like,
bruh, I don't know. I don't know what is going on with that. I just feel like with him, with that interview and how he was saying, you know, he's like, tomorrow's not promised. I just want to live free. Like, maybe he's just trying to leave as many legacies on this earth as possible. But my thing is, with the women, there must be some type of agreement or knowledge of what's going on. Gotta be, because everything is public. So with this girl that just popped up pregnant, she had to know that he just had this other girl pregnant, you know, and it's like, you know.
Because that's going to be, okay, so this year there's going to be 4 kids born, right?
Right.
They got to know.
Yeah, they have to know because, I mean, it's just too close for comfort. But,
But,
Jessica
White, Jessica White, I remember this. Jessica White said that when she was dating Nick, remember she posted that photo that she was so happy to be with him and whatnot?
Uh-huh.
She didn't even know that he was having relations with another woman, and then she had found out publicly that they were pregnant, and I think it was through the pregnancy photo or whatever that Jessica White found out. Wow. And then Jessica White shared that she actually, I believe she said she had a miscarriage.
Wow.
So maybe he's not telling these people, but they have to know at this point, okay, he's got another baby mama this year. Now there's a second one, now there's a third one, now there's a fourth one. But every time they show but then maybe not, because every time they show their pregnancy photos, they're far along.
Yeah, I think with the exception of, like, of course, Mariah, like, that was the first children, and they were married, right?
Right.
Yeah. And then after that, he was with Brittany Bell, who he had 2 children by. She has a 4-year-old, and then the other baby was born in December of 2020. So they must have been together for a while, unless they were off and on. I don't really keep up with his.
You know what? She was right after he was with Mariah Carey.
Yeah.
So they probably were pretty steady.
Yeah. So it seems like they, she's a model apparently, and he had a 4-year-old he has a 4-year-old with her, and then a daughter who is under a year. But and then the other ones just came like rapid fire. And then, of course, he's having multiples within those. So it's a lot of kids. But he doesn't seem to be pressed. He's happy about it. He's making the announcements and posing for pictures, and the girls are happy, and they're all happy. It could be polyamory situation. We don't know, but I'm pretty sure all those kids are going to be well taken care of. So at least if you're going to have kids, you can take care of them.
Okay, that is very true. But I was listening to the Joe Budden podcast, right?
Uh-huh.
And one of the guys was like, yeah, at least they're financially taken care of. He was like, yeah, but, taking care of a child is more than finances. Like, he can't, what about all the graduations and all of the sports? And one of the hosts on that show was like, well, at least they're all in California. I think they're all like,
that was going to be my next question. Like, if with them all being born within this year, their birthdays are probably going to be pretty close. And I was wondering about where they lived in proximity. So if everybody lives in California, that does make it a little bit easier for him. But, it's nothing like having that bond with your father where they're there in the home, or, they can be there for most of your events. But when you have to spread yourself across all these kids, graduation day is going to be a joke unless he send them all to the same school.
Oh, Kendra.
Think about it. If you have 4 kids born in the same year, they're all going to be graduating on probably the same day for the rest of their lives.
That's rough, man. But this, the guy in Joe Budden said, well, what if he only had 2 kids and he was super busy dad and he missed a lot of that stuff anyways?
Yeah, it could happen. It could happen to anybody. It could very much happen to anybody. So that's true. But it seemed like he just free willy out here, and I hope that he does put a pin in it because, don't be out here being reckless. Like,
see, I don't think he's gonna put a pin in it. I think he's like, you know what, I'm gonna do what I want to do, and like, I wouldn't be surprised if the Britney chick has one more, and I wouldn't. And then these girls, this is their first kid. People tend to like to have multiple kids by the same father. They're gonna want another one. It's just, I think it's I think it's gonna get out of hand.
Yeah, it's gonna be a revolving door.
But to each their own. To each their own.
We're not judging. We're just
We're
giving.
not judging. Do what you gotta do. And allegedly.
Right.
And okay,
It's definitely a hot topic, though.
what we also have to talk about, Kendra, though, is listen, Trick Daddy.
Oh my God.
He went on Clubhouse and caught himself talking crap on Beyonce, saying Beyonce can't sing, and basically that Jay-Z is not really the king of New York. Like he was basically initiating that they give themselves their own titles, like
yeah, they don't live up to their names or their
that they don't credit. Yeah, and the Beehive was not playing.
Ooh. He put if putting your foot in your mouth was a person, it would be Trick Daddy, because
yeah,
I don't even think he realized what he was getting himself into. But then he doubled down because they asked him again, like, "Are you?" What did you mean by that? And he went and explained himself again. So he's standing by himself.
But listen,
nobody else is. Trina was like, I stand Beyonce.
Yeah, Trina was quick because Trina and Trick Daddy have their own radio show.
Uh-huh.
And so, yeah, Trina definitely was like, no, I stand with Beyonce. But the thing that got me was that the Beehive went to Trick Daddy's restaurant's Yelp reviews.
Girl, they went in.
They went in.
Food is nasty. The best thing about the restaurant is the lemonade. And then they put the bee.
Oh my gosh. Is that not the craziest thing? They were saying that the restaurant got roaches.
Yes.
It was
somebody that doesn't know what's going on. They'll be like, what are all these bees about? But ooh, this restaurant is nasty.
Yeah, that is just, but the thing about that is because it's so bad, he'll be able to call Yelp and Yelp will take it down. Yeah. But still super funny. But it kind of, you know what, not to get into this because I know we got to get into our main topic. Mm-hmm. It kind of, is there a line where Beyonce should come out and say something like, all right guys, stop it,
She's not gonna say anything. Like, well, in the history of Beyonce, it doesn't seem as though she would say anything. She wouldn't even address it. Now, if she did address it, it would be like in a song.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, she doesn't make statements. She doesn't indulge in social media drama.
She'll be like, you tried to play me and you got tricked or something. You got a Trick Daddy reference. Is that a Trick Daddy?
I got the bars again.
Okay. Got the bars, okay. But honestly, it's probably what she would do.
Yeah, I think she would definitely put it in a song and like make a joke of it. Because they're laughing, like, it's like somebody was like, nobody would even really be still knowing who you are if it wasn't for Trina or if you wasn't on Love and Hip Hop. Like, when's the last time you made? I think he did just come out with a record though.
I don't know, but it seemed like he got really bad. I don't know if he's got facial surgery, but it looked like he got a bad face transplant.
I think he has some type of illness or something.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry, Trick.
Yeah, I think he has like, I don't know I don't know if he has diabetes, but I know he has some type of medical condition. But yeah, he should have just kept his mouth closed on that. Like, who why are you coming for Beyonce? Like, where did that come from?
Yeah, like, just leave that alone. Because you know what? And you know what? If you listen to the actual Clubhouse thing, mm-hmm. the people in that room were agreeing with him.
What?
Yeah, so I listened to the actual Clubhouse, like, audio, and they were like, yeah, exactly, yeah. They were all like, because, like, on Clubhouse, it would be a whole lot of ass kissing, honestly.
Yeah.
And they were just like, yeah, you're so right, you're so right. And they was, like, agreeing.
You cannot say that Beyonce can't sing. Like,
yeah.
Is she the best singer in the entire world? No.
Yes, she is, Kendra. She's the best singer in the entire world.
But she is amazing. Her range is crazy. Like, she's an overall performer.
Yes, she is the queen of performing.
Her pen is crazy. Like, she's Beyonce. Get out of here. And her dedication to her craft, like, she gets better with time. Like,
Yeah.
you can't come for her in that category at all. Like, you just cannot come for her.
And speaking of people that you cannot come for, the Olympics is really bringing them out.
Okay. It's just giving Black girl greatness, like, on all levels. Like, I watched the I cannot pronounce her name. I think it's Shakari or something like that.
Yeah.
But I watched her race and she killed it. Like, to literally be pointing at the clock before she even crossed the line and
Right.
even come out of the blocks like before everybody. Like, she was a little bit behind, but she just focused. Like, you look at her face, she just focused. And then when she knew she had built up enough momentum to surpass everybody, she beat her own time.
She was like, look, I won.
I can't wait to see. I can't wait
But
to watch it.
did you know that 2 weeks ago her mom passed?
No.
Yeah.
I know I saw that she ran into her grandmother's arms. I did not
Yeah.
know that.
So she was like, this past year has been really crazy. 2 weeks ago, my mom passed. I was like, whoa.
So she's pushing against a lot of adversity. And she was saying that, people kind of like were talking about her because she doesn't have the best start, like,
Right.
with her matches. And people were counting her out. And so that's why in the camera she was like, stop playing with me. Stop playing with me.
That was the best part.
That was the best part. Comparing her to Flojo the Great. So I'm excited to see what she's gonna do. I'm excited to see Simone Biles. I think that's how you pronounce her last name.
She gonna kill the gymnastics.
Yes, the other young lady that's in swim. There's a young man that is doing the diving. Like, which is Black excellence across the Olympic board, and I'm excited to see it all go down.
And you know what's funny is because this Olympics they said no, like
Black
like
Lives
no, yeah, like no Black Lives Matter type of stuff. But when all the black people is up there hitting big numbers, winning stuff, it's gonna be like
that's enough to say it. They don't
it's
have
enough.
They don't have to wear the t-shirts. They are representing the fact that Black Lives Matter. Like,
Yeah.
are you kidding me? Another thing, sorry, I don't even think we talked about this before.
No
that
worries.
I thought was crazy is, did you hear about the blackout on TikTok? The Black creators have decided, Black dance creators have decided that they're not going to create any dances. I forgot for how long it is. I think the month of July maybe. But and they're like, nobody knows what to do. Because what happens is these Black creators create the dances and the trends and the things that are trending on TikTok, but the white people are the ones that are getting pushed. Like, they promote their videos over, so they're not paid as well as the other big names who may be Caucasian. So they're like, okay, well, we're going to sit back, we're going to protest, and we're not going to create, and let's see what you guys do.
Yeah, let's see what you got, because
and it's crickets.
It's real crickets over there. It's real crickets over there. And honestly, I really, really hope TikTok is the next Vine. I really do.
And it phases out, yeah.
Because ain't nobody got time.
It's too much. Keep it all on Instagram. So we got one place.
Yeah, and it's giving creators, you're having to like divide all your time, like just.
I think. TikTok, oh, go ahead.
I don't.
I was gonna say, from what I hear from people, is it's easier to go viral on TikTok, so people are gravitating more towards that because they're able to build a following faster.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And I think that's why Instagram is pushing Reels so hard, it's because they're trying to phase out TikTok. So if they push Reels really hard, and Reels are what is going to, boost your engagement, then they feel like more people are going to create Reels, and it's going to push the attention more back towards Instagram, because wouldn't you rather have everything all in one place? But these young kids love TikTok. So I don't know. Especially with the pandemic, it just like really like boomed, because it was around before that, but it really boomed once everybody was had stay-at-home orders because nobody had anything else to do.
Right.
So yeah, we'll see. I'm interested to see how this whole blackout situation goes, but I was like, shout out to y'all for standing up for yourself and, making a stand, because people have been eating off of us for way too long.
Okay.
And, you just got to do what you can do to be seen and to be heard and to get what you deserve.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Listen. Exactly.
That wraps up our hot topics. What we got next, girl?
Listen, we need to get into these mama moments. I had one today. I put, okay, my mama moment, right? Mama moments, mama. Okay. I was in my room. I put the newborn in the middle of the bed, right? She can't roll nowhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's 2 months old. I put her in the middle of the bed. My son is in there talking to her, entertaining her in my bed, and I'm braiding my hair because I plan to put, a cute little weave in tonight, okay? So I'm braiding down my hair. My son leaves the room. I'm braiding down my hair. And then, that feeling of like, oh, I'm alone. Like, oh, some alone time, like, I was like, oh, I'm alone. Like, I had this moment of like, oh, okay, I'm just enjoying this little peaceful moment. And then I heard my daughter go, ah! And I was like, oh, shoot, I'm somebody's mama. She with me.
Hilarious.
I didn't realize I didn't put the two and two together when my son left the room, that my daughter was still in the room. And so she like literally reminded me like, Mama, I'm here.
Right.
It was like, I couldn't believe it.
Girl, I have moments like that too, where I'd be like, oh crap. Like the post that I posted today on our Instagram page. If you're not following us, go do that now at Somebody's Mama Pod. But it was basically like, grabbing food out of the baby's mouth. Like, Lord, I'm running all day long because my 1-year-old, he just shoves food in whatever lint. He'll fall the smallest little molecule of a nothing and put it in his mouth. And I'm constantly running, trying to grab stuff out of his mouth. Like, what are you doing? But anyway, my mama moment that I was going to mention actually was from this weekend, where I had everything planned out because I had to go pick up my husband from the airport, and his flight wasn't getting in until 8:45. So I was like, okay, I need to plan everything out so that the kids can sleep in the car. So I fed them, bathed them, put jammers on. Then I realized I need to get gas as well. So then I needed to, I had a Target order, a curbside order that I was supposed to pick up 2 days ago, that I needed to get. And so I'm like, okay. And they had a play date that day as well. So I'm like, I need to leave the play date at 5 so we can go home, fed, shower, get out the door so that we can get gas, go to Target, and be headed to the airport by 8. So I had everything timed out. Everything's on schedule. I get to Target and they're like, I've never seen this before. They're like, sorry, there's a delay with finding your order or something. So I'm literally sitting there for 10 minutes. Then they come out with the order and they only have one item. So he's like, oh, I'm sorry, we have to go grab it from the floor or whatever. The kids are calm. It seems like, okay, they're going to go to sleep, whatever. So I get the gas, get on the freeway. As soon as we get on the freeway, Bryson's just screaming. And I'm like, oh God. Like I set up the phone with Sesame Street just in case. The phone slides down out of the little thing.
Oh my goodness.
I'm like begging the 4-year-old to help him. And he's like, I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do it. I'm like, please, son, just try. Please try. And mind you, like we're moving on the freeway.
Oh my
And
goodness.
all of a sudden it just stops. The freeway just stops. And I don't know, they're doing some type of construction or something. And I was like, I have a mind that told me to get in the fast track. I didn't get in. And I'm stuck. There's no exit. Like I'm just stuck sitting here. Bryson is screaming at the top of his lungs. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. Get out the car. Kendra's not helping me. So I'm like, what can I do? What can I do? I'm like, okay, the phone slipped down, so you can't watch Sesame Street. I'm like, boom, Spotify, Elmo slide.
Oh my goodness.
So
Elmo slide go hard.
Elmo slide does go hard. But I'm literally blasting Elmo. Kendon is like, Mom, he's still crying. Turn it up, Mom, turn it up. So we are blasting Elmo slide all the way to Ontario Airport. And I'm like, oh, somebody's mama. Like kids, like you think like, oh, a little night drive to the airport is cool, you know, put their pajamas on, they're nice and fit, everybody should go to sleep. But no.
Yeah.
But no.
But
Because
no.
you're somebody's mama, things never go as planned.
No.
So I literally pull up to pick up my husband, blasting Elmo slide. He like, okay.
He was like, all right.
Like,
You're like,
wow.
you're like, it's been a weekend. Oh my goodness. That is too funny. That is too funny.
Oh, yeah. That was my
You somebody's mama.
all day, every day, 24/8. All right, so let's move into our main topic.
Yes.
So our main topic is we're going to be talking about having a hot mama summer, okay? So everybody's been talking about hot girl summer, this and that, you know, which has its own definition.
Right.
So today we're just going to talk about like what it looks like to have a hot mama summer. Like, what does that look like for you? For some people, it may be, you know, they might want to look a certain way as far as like working out, whatever. That's not in my
That's not in your plan.
I don't have those type of goals right now. I'm gonna be realistic with myself. You're gonna get what you get. But also, you know, like talking about your social life and is it different? Like, how is your hot mama summer gonna be different from it was before you were a mom?
Oh, right. I feel like like hot mama summer is different with a few things because before, when you didn't have kids, you could just up and go, right?
Yes.
And now when you're having a hot mama summer, you gotta also, you know, have a nanny, have a babysitter. You gotta plan it out.
People can't just call you on a whim like, oh, you want to go to brunch today? It's like, girl, you should have told me this 2 weeks ago. I have to put it on the calendar. Like,
yeah, like I can't just up and go. Like,
yes.
But you want to up and go, but you can't.
Yes. Especially if you are, you know, if you were used to having that type of lifestyle before. So it's different. I feel like it was in phases for me, my social life. So obviously before I got married, it's just like you really can get up and go. You just like, oh, right. I was the type of friend that was always down. Like, oh, you want to go to Vegas this weekend? Yeah, girl, I'm down. You want to go to church? Yeah, girl, I'm down. You trying to go to dinner? Yeah, girl, I'm down. Like I was always, I'm down. But then it's like when you get married, it's like, okay, let me see what our plans are for the weekend. Let me get back to you. But it's still like, you can still go. You just have to like discuss it with your partner or whatever. And it's like, all right, girl, have fun, whenever. We don't have nothing on the calendar. And a lot of things we did socially together. So we had this whole group of married friends that nobody had kids yet, except for one couple had one child, but they used to take her everywhere. So she was like everybody's baby. So it was like, you could still just get up and go. Then you throw the kid in the mix, it's like,
You're like, wait a minute, I gotta plan this out. I need to book reservations.
Yes, because we would
And
just like in the summertime, we would be at like Panama Joe's in Long Beach, or we would be at Baja Sharkies in Manhattan Beach. Like on the weekends, like we just would get up and go, like, or we're chilling at home, like, oh, let's just go to let's go to the little strip and go walk around, whatever. It's like, no.
yeah. See, Josh and I, we would always be like, let's just go to Vegas. We would just be like in Vegas every other weekend. Like, oh, okay, let's just go to Vegas. Oh, okay, let's just go to Vegas. Be like, all right, let's drive out Friday. We get off work. Let's just go to Vegas.
Now you can't. Because now it's like, oh, I have to go drop the kids off. Or first you have to see if they're available, because the only people that watch our kids is my parents. So they've been great. They're part of the reason why we moved to where we live, because we lived in Long Beach before. And it was like, we don't have nobody out here to watch our kids. So we need a village. And so as soon as we found out we were pregnant, we started planning
Okay.
to move closer to my parents, because if you don't have that support, it's like, what can you do? Can you even have a social life? Like, so.
You know what, too, I've been thinking about is because I just gave birth 2 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
Who gonna watch 3 kids?
Girl. And it's like, you don't want to split them up, but who really wants to watch 3 kids? Even the grandparents be like, listen, like,
they got 2 hours.
The day when I went to go grocery shopping, my parents watched the kids, and when I got over there, they were so tired, because before it was different because Bryson couldn't walk. So now they're like chasing Bryson around everywhere, and he's like getting into everything. They still have to baby proof their house. So
they was chasing them.
So if I had 3, I don't even know if they would even consider, like.
Oh, I don't want to think about it. Right now, what I think I'm going to do is, if my husband and I go out in the evening and have probably my little sister come over to my house, and she'll just watch them at my house.
Yes.
I think it's going to have to be like that, where it's going to have to actually physically come to my house, watch in my surroundings.
All their stuff is there.
And they can go to bed there. They can watch the movie there. It's familiar to them. And I'm probably going to have to do something like that.
Yeah, I think that is the best thing.
But my mom likes to take 2 of them. But she was like, I don't know if I can do 3, Nicole. But my mom takes 2 all the time.
Growing up, my mom, there was 4 of us. My mom, when they went out of town, she would take us to our godparents' house. So we all had our own godparents. So we got split up. It was like, you going to your godmama house, you going to your godmama house, you going to your godmama. Like,
ooh, that's smart.
Yeah, so that's how they did it, because they were gone all the time. They'd be like, oh, we're going on a cruise. Peace out. So now I'm like, payback, Mom. Take these kids.
You get one.
Right. So yeah, it is a little different. Do you think that your desire to go out has changed? Like, before you had kids, do you feel like you were introvert or extrovert? And do you feel like that has changed?
Oh, that's a real good question. Wow. So when I go out, gosh, I'm bad because I'm okay. So I'm and also I think it also depends also like what type of friend you are. Like you said, like you're always down. Mm-hmm. I'm like a low maintenance friend, right? Mm-hmm. Like if you call me, I'm gonna show up. If you call me at 1 a.m. and said you need to help, I'm gonna show up, right? Mm-hmm. If you have an event, I'm gonna show up. If you call me I'm gonna answer, I'm gonna talk, but I'm not the like every weekend this and that.
Oh, no.
Like, no, I'm like a low maintenance friend because I schedule my schedule so much that a lot of my stuff that I do is like, oh, I want to go to events, I want to go network, I want to go oh, I'm gonna go to this meeting. So a lot of my scheduling is like I was really going to a lot of events. So before I had kids, I was always at fashion events every weekend in LA. So a lot of my friends that I started to make, we were just always at fashion events, right? So after kids, I kind of decided some of those, like friends, I didn't really think were a good fit to be like just not a long-term fit. They were just kind of
Yeah.
like good on the scene, but
Right.
not in real life,
Mm-hmm.
And I also feel like I have sisters, so when I want to hang out, we tend to just call each other like, oh, let's go to brunch, like, oh, let's do this, or like, okay, come over to my house, or this and that. Because I'm such a low maintenance friend that I feel bad making, maybe it's a mom guilt thing too, is I feel bad making friends because I know that I'm not that friend that's gonna call. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, I'm not that friend that's gonna call every other day and check in.
Mm-hmm.
And so I feel bad to build a relationship with somebody like that and they're expecting that, and then I can't be there for them like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so a lot of people that I do talk to every day, it's usually through text, or we have things that are really similar. Like I have a friend named Danielle, and we were coworkers turned friends, and we're really both into The Bachelor and stuff and The Bachelorette. So she's probably my one person I talk to like every day.
Mm-hmm.
But we are able to text and like go to lunch every 2-3 weeks because I'm just a low maintenance friend.
Yeah, she understands. She doesn't need attention all the time and like all that good stuff. I'm
Yeah,
kind
but then I do wish sometimes that I had like a friendship group. But my thing is, I can't. I don't like getting mixed in the drama.
yeah.
And so sometimes I wish I had like a full-on friends group and the whole, like, my husband really wants that. Like, why don't we have a whole friends group? And we did at one time. But when the drama hits,
Girl,
it's
you be like,
so, I'm like, listen, this is ugly, bro. I remember we were in this really fun group, right? Not to get sidetracked, but we were in this really good couples group, right? One of the girls got mad that one of the girls got mad that Josh and I went to dinner with her best friend and her husband without them, and we usually would all go together, the
yeah.
three of us.
Mm-hmm.
She got so mad. She felt that, but the thing is, we had called her first to see if she wanted to go. She couldn't go, so we were like, oh, well, we've never gone. We'll just us two. We'll just tonight. They couldn't make it, so we'll just go with us two.
Yeah.
And it became the biggest ordeal of like drama, and I think it just kind of scarred me. I was just like,
Yeah.
look, I don't, I can't handle this. I can't handle the drama.
Yeah. It's a lot.
I don't know, girl. You got a lot of friends, so you tell us, how does this thing work?
Okay, so I think it's for me, my friend group kind of like started in high school. Well, my best friend, I've known her since
Forever.
we
Yeah.
were 6 and 7 years old. But kind of what happened through life is like my friends started becoming friends. So like I've known my best friend since kids, and then I had a couple friends from high school, and then they met. So we all hung out in high school, even though my best friend didn't go to our school.
Right.
She would come visit on the weekends. We would all hang out. And then once I got to college, I met a couple of friends in college, and then we all clicked together, and then that just solidified like our friend group. And we had a couple of other people that were there.
Wait, in college, your friend group and my friend group didn't get along.
Your friend group was a little
My friend group was a little off. Okay, I was at a private Christian school.
So was I.
It was just, look, I had to work what I had to work with in Orange County, okay? I had to work what I had to work with. So our friend group in college didn't get along.
We tried. But you know what? I think I was fine with them. But it was like trying to mix the both groups together.
I didn't mesh well.
It didn't work out because I used to come up to your dorm a few times.
Yeah.
So But as far as like for me being like an introvert extrovert, I feel like I'm pretty much an extrovert when it comes to like me being down, like I'm ready to hang out, whatever. But also
Yeah.
my alone time.
Yeah.
Um, so like before kids, I always had roommates, but we respected each other's space. Like I've lived with both of my best friends. I've actually lived with them.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
all lived together at the same time, but I've lived with them at some point in life. And I feel like what worked so well for us is that we gave each other our space. We never had to share a room, so we always had our own space, and we did our own thing, but we also came together. Um, and back then, it was just like wherever I was, like our friend group just kind of flocked there. So like when I was in college, literally none of them went to the school except for like the two friends that actually, well, one friend started out going there and then she left the school, but she still used to come back to hang out.
Yeah.
And then when I moved off campus, everybody would like migrate to our apartment, and it just kind of like went from there. So I've always been very social. And my husband, when I met him, he was the same way. So, but he kind of like he doesn't like to go to everything. He will say no. Like he doesn't need to be in the streets like that. He'd be like, oh no, I don't want to go. But if somebody invites me to something, I don't have nothing else to do, I'll go. Like,
Yeah. I think that's a tourist thing too, because I feel like I'm like that too. Like, oh, okay, I'll go.
yeah, I'm like, I'll
But
go. I like the people that are going. Like, I'll go.
but
And
then it's nice to have that alone time too.
yeah, I like during the week. Don't call me. Like, I'm not doing all that, and don't call me every weekend. Now, I'm not doing
Yeah.
that. But if I haven't been anywhere in a while, I want to get cute, then I'm ready to go. But after having my kids, of course, things change because um, I couldn't always like make it, or if it was like an extended period of time, it's like I don't want to leave my kids for that long. So I think the dynamic kind of changed at that point. Um, but me and one of my friends were pregnant at the same time, so we kind of had each other. Because one of my questions too was like, do you feel like people um, kind of like treated you different after you had kids, like not inviting you to certain things, or just assuming that you couldn't go because you have a kid? And so, like for me, I feel like in the beginning that did happen, I was like, well, why did you call me? Why didn't you tell me? It's like, oh, well, I thought you'd be there with the baby or whatever. And it's
Yeah.
like, he sleep at night. I could go somewhere. I could go to dinner. Like,
Especially people that don't have kids, they'd be like, oh, they
yeah,
don't know how to quite go about the situation.
right. And then with me being a stay-at-home mom, it's like I was like ready for the opportunity to like go and just hang out and like get some adult time on the weekends. Um, so for me, I actually like look forward to having my calendar like set up. Like not every weekend, but maybe every other weekend. If I had at least
Yeah.
one thing to do on the weekend, like I would be happy because I do like to be around people and I do like to um I like to go outside. Ain't gonna lie. I like to go outside. So,
And it's important too. I feel like it's important for your mental health too, to
yeah,
like get out and go do the things that you enjoy and hang out with people and have conversation, because if them walls can definitely cave in, you know?
yeah, yeah. You need human interaction and you need to like a lot of times, we always talk about like moms losing themselves. And that's why I wanted to talk about this topic because a hot mama summer may look different for us, but it doesn't mean that just because you have children or you're married or whatever, it doesn't mean that you can't be who you are.
Right.
If you like you said, if you have certain things that you enjoy, you don't have to completely let those things go. Like for me, I like to travel. And so, like with my husband, before we got married, I asked him, like I already knew he was well traveled, but like what is his ideal picture of how vacation would look for him? And
Mm.
so we kind of both had the same idea. Like I would have a trip, at least one trip with us as a couple, at least one trip with us as a family, and at least one trip, like I would have a girls trip and he would have a guys trip. So that's like out of a year.
Nice.
So, and before the pandemic, we've been upholding that. And so it's been nice for us because it's like you still get a piece of who you were before you had a family. So you still get to cultivate those relationships and like have your own time as yourself. And then you have time to, you know, nurture your marriage by having that alone time with not taking the kids with you on vacation. And then you have building those memories with the whole family.
Right.
So that's what we've been planning to do. We have some trips planned for this summer I'm excited about because last summer I think we just went to like Palm Springs a couple times because that was the safest thing to do.
Right.
So yeah, we have a couple trips planned this summer and I'm really excited. We have at least one thing a month and
Okay. That's something I really miss is like going on trips. But I have like the weirdest thing about having a newborn, and so even if there wasn't us getting out of a pandemic situation right now, a panorama situation right now, I would still be like, I still gotta kind of stay home because I have a newborn.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you have a newborn, so you have to kind of
Because
keep.
I really want to go Disneyland.
Girl, I want to go too. I don't want to go right now though. Did you see that line?
I know I don't want to go right now, but I gotta go. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna go next year spring.
Yeah, we're trying to go for Kendon's birthday in October, so hopefully.
You know what? In October, you know, you gotta sign up for the Halloween thing.
Yeah. So hopefully, I know it's a busy time then too. So we'll see, but that's the plan. We want to do Disney for his 5th birthday.
So. See the for Disney for the Halloween thing, you paid in advance.
Oh, okay.
So it's a private Halloween event for little kids.
Oh, so I have to look into that.
Yeah, look it up, but you have to pay early. So I don't know when it starts. I think it starts maybe. I don't want to tell you the wrong date. Maybe July, August. Okay. And you pick a date, and it's a private Halloween parties throughout the week and weekends. But of course, the weekends get caught up pretty fast. But like they have them during the week too, and they're private parties for little kids, and you pay extra to go. It's a good time.
Oh, that sounds nice. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna have to look into that.
Yeah, he would really like it.
Yeah, that sounds fun. What about like when you do go out? Did we already talk about this about like mom guilt?
No, but that is so real. Mom guilt is so real going out. So it's like you're trying to have your time, but I think that's why it's like you don't really want to be out all night. Like you get there and you're happy to be there, but then you're at the same time you're like, I'm gonna get home to my kids, and then you get home to your kids and they're asleep and they look all peaceful.
And you be like, oh. I remember my first trip. My first trip after having Kendon. He was 6 months. He was 6, almost 7 months. For my 30th birthday, we went to Dominican Republic.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, I had such bad anxiety like the week before, like leading up to it. Even though, like, because in my mind, I was like, he's only 6 months. Like, he's not going to miss me that much. Like, he's used to my mom. Like, it's not going to be bad. And so, which it wasn't. But just like building up to it, and my best friend went and her baby, I think she was like 4 months. So, because we had planned this trip, I think we planned it before we even got pregnant.
Oh, wow.
So we were like, we're going.
We're going. It's Dominican Republic. We're going.
Yeah, we're going. But once we got there, everything was fine. We FaceTimed every day, multiple times a day. And everything was fine. Like, because once we got there and you get busy and stuff, I think like at night, that's when I like missed him the most. Yeah. But you know, I've talked to a lot of moms before about like, you know, going on a trip or, you know, taking a break or whatever. And they're always like, in the same way, having bad anxiety about it. I'm like, well, once you have that first experience, you'll be fine after that. Once you go and you realize they're okay, they're in good hands, and you feel how good you feel. Well, everybody is different, but for me, my experience, he's with the next best person, which is my mom. I was gone for 4 days, 3 nights, 4 days. And, he was fine when I came back. The one time I really had a hard time was we went to Jamaica in 2019, and that's when I found out I was pregnant the week before we left for Jamaica.
Oh wow.
So I kind of didn't even want to go after that because I'm like, I can't really fully enjoy myself because I can't really do the activities. Like, I can't
Right.
drink, I can't do anything. So all I could really do was just hang by the pool, girl. But I was like,
Did
oh,
you feel sick? Were you there and felt sick?
yeah, I felt sick, but not like really sick. It's just the smell of the food. I couldn't eat anything. Like I ate jerk chicken the whole time because that's the only thing that I could like stomach.
Oh wow.
And yeah, literally breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I ate jerk chicken. It was so good. But I don't know. I was just really missing Kendon. I don't know. And at that time, he was what, 3 years old? Almost three. I think he was going on 3. And I was really missing him. And I was just like, what is wrong with me? I had been on trips before then. I don't know if it was because I was pregnant.
Yeah.
And I was so far away, like I was just like freaking out. So that's the one experience I had to where I was just like, why am I here? I literally was like, I think we should go home early. Like Brandon was looking for flights for us to go home early, like, because I was freaking out.
Yeah.
And so I think that was like my worst experience as far as like missing, with
See, when I'm away from the kids, I'm texting, getting the update. How are they doing? What are they doing? Do they eat dinner? My mom be like, Nicole, leave us alone. But I love when if I'm out and I get that picture of them sleep.
Yeah.
Once I get the picture that they're asleep, I'm like, okay, I'm good. I'm like, okay, they're good. They're
Yeah,
asleep.
that's good. So do you have any plans for the summer? Are you gonna be in these streets? Are you gonna be at brunch? Are we going to brunch? What are we doing?
It's so hard right
You
now.
just had a baby, so it's different for you.
Yeah, it's different because
You literally just had her.
I literally just had it. And you know what? It's taking me a second to realize that I just had a baby. So I barely, because I'm talking this whole time and I've been like kind of going.
Mm-hmm.
I've just now realized, like, girl, you just had a whole baby. Like, I just realized it. So
Yeah.
I've started to slow down a little bit. But yeah, I needed to slow down. So this summer, before the kids go back to school, I want to give them at least one like vacation type of vibe. So I'm kind of thinking when Araya gets 4 months, maybe right before they go back to school or whatnot,
Mm-hmm.
we may have Araya stay with my mom for like 20, maybe a day or two,
Uh-huh.
and take the kids to San Diego and like go to the San Diego Zoo. Like we like to do like a lot of family stuff. So we
Yeah.
like to do, yeah, like go to San Diego. We like to go to Palm Springs, but then it gets hot sometimes.
Girl, it's hot. It's so hot. We're going for a week there though. In July, we're going for a week and taking the kids.
Have you gone to the zoo out there?
Outdoor zoo?
It is so, I know. Okay, you gotta go when it's not hot, but
Yeah,
the
because
zoo,
we were gonna go last summer, but it was just too hot.
yeah. You have to go like in October when it's a little
Yeah.
chillier.
Yeah.
Because you can ride the camels,
Mm-hmm.
and they have giraffes where you can feed the giraffes, and like
I
it's
heard
a
it
really
was nice. Yeah.
it's a really good zoo.
Yeah, I heard it was really nice. Maybe we'll try and see what time they close. Because if the sun is down, it's still hot, but it's bearable.
Yeah.
Or if it's like the sun is setting,
And I heard they have a really good outdoor market out there too.
they do. They do. And you have the little trail, the tram thing, and really we just go swimming every day. Kendon likes to stay in the pool all day long, and so we do that. We go and stay in the villas, So we cook dinner. My parents go as well. So we usually do like a little date night while we're there. And yeah, so that'll be our trip with the kids too. We're gonna do
Palm Springs.
yep.
Well, I'm hoping we get to go to San Diego. San Diego is my favorite place.
Yeah.
I've traveled a lot of places in the world, and San Diego is still my favorite.
I actually like San Diego as well. Yeah.
It's just like, and you go over to Coronado. It's just a vibe.
TV.
It's just a vibe.
And it's so close.
Yeah. So if I have a hot mama summer, I'm in San Diego with my kids. Oh god.
Right. Well, maybe I'll try to. They don't have any really good brunch places. Oh no. So there's this place in Rancho that we should go to. Maybe we'll set up a little double date night or something.
Yeah.
And go to that restaurant. We saw it on our way back from Victoria Gardens one day, and it looks really nice.
People really shop at Victoria Gardens, huh?
Yeah, because Tyler Mall sucks. So there's nowhere else to go. You have to go to South Coast. Like, there's nowhere to go.
There's nowhere to go.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're over here.
I know.
Real life. Real life. Okay.
But yeah, that's what our hot mama summer is gonna look like. She is a new mom. Nicole is a new mom again, so it's gonna probably be more like a warm mama summer.
Yeah, it's next summer is gonna be hot, but this summer is gonna be warm to a little, chilly.
For myself, I'm gonna be in these streets, but keeping it safe. I'm going to Vegas twice.
Oh my goodness.
A girls trip, and then going for a day just to go to the Usher concert, and then we're going to Houston in July and Palm Springs in July as well.
Do you go to Houston every July?
No, actually, this is my first time. This is my first time going to Houston. No, second time. It's my second time going to Houston. I went once when I was pregnant with Kendon, and this will be my second time going. So this is my first time going not pregnant. So it'll be a good time. My sister-in-law is actually having a baby, so that's why we're going for her baby.
Oh, nice.
Yes, so we're excited to go see them. We haven't seen them in almost 2 years. Or no, I'm lying. We did see them last year, but not the kids. We didn't get to see the kids. So I'm excited to go to Texas.
Nice. I'm trying to get Josh to do a road trip to Texas.
Ooh, girl, drive.
Oh, maybe not drive, huh? I didn't think about that.
It'll take you. Well, I think it'll be fun if you do like stop places along the way, like a road trip, like where you like stop at the Grand Canyon and that'll probably be fun.
That might be fun. I used to do road trips when I was a kid, so I was like, we should go do a road trip.
Yeah, that actually would be fun. Like you just map it out. And because I'm sure the kids would get tired like being in there like straight through, but
yeah,
if you make little pit stops here and there, that would be actually really fun.
Yeah, if I can get Josh to do it.
Yeah.
He'd probably be down. He probably actually would be down.
Yeah.
Just have to plan it out, and Araya has to be a little older.
Yeah, you have to do it a little later on, so that she can see what's going on too. But that's what it's about, building memories. I feel like for moms, it's a little different. And then I think it depends too, like if you're married or single, what your hot mama summer looks like. But the most important thing is to just get out there, have some fun, do what feels great for you so that you don't lose yourself in this whole motherhood thing. Whether it's just going and sitting in the park or going to a museum or working out and getting back to the body that you desire for yourself, whatever it looks like for you, we encourage you to do so. We want to hear from you guys and what plans you guys have this summer with your kids as well, because that's important to do both.
Yes, definitely important to do both.
Yes. So what are you looking forward to this week?
Oh shoot. What is this week? Oh, this week St. Cole turns 2 years old on yes, on Monday. So this weekend we're having a big anniversary sale and all things anniversary. We have a giveaway going on right now, and I have some secret giveaways. I like to do this fun thing where if people engage, sometimes if people engage on the stories, sometimes I'll pick like 2 people from the engage thing, and I'll be like, hey, you won the secret giveaway. Here's a $25 gift card.
Oh, so make sure you guys are following. Is it Shop St. Cole or St. Cole?
Shop St. Cole. So shop and then ST and then COLE. Shop St. Cole. And we're having a blast. And it's really cool to have kind of grown with the people there, you know? So I don't know. It's exciting. My goal is to hit 10K. Maybe by the end of the year, but maybe halfway through next year. So we're growing and it's exciting.
Yes, that's exciting, you guys. Congratulations to you, girl. 2 years. You've been pushing through.
Planned for a whole year.
And having a whole baby in between. Like, what?
No. When I was pregnant with Audrey, I planned Shop St. Cole. And then when she was born, I took a whole year planning what I wanted Shop St. Cole to be like. Yeah. And then I launched St. Cole. So it's been a process. It's been very time consuming.
Yeah, but you're doing it and you are doing great, making a profit and getting it done.
Getting it done.
Congratulations to you, girl.
Thank you. So what you doing?
Oh, nothing much. I'm actually really excited that my church is opening back up. Like I have been church like crazy. So I'm so excited. Like it's gonna be so great. I know like I'm just gonna be running around in circles like
praise the Lord. Because you got a good church too.
It already kind of got started this past Sunday. The praise and worship was so good. I turned the volume all the way up and me and the kids were in there dancing. So I'm excited to actually be in we're in a new building. Wow. That was done during the pandemic. So this will be our first official service in this building. So it's a huge milestone for us. And I'm so excited. Like, I can't wait.
You've seen your church grow so much too. That's the cool thing you know what I realized something, I know we're towards the end of the podcast, but some things take growth through generations. Like I was watching something over the weekend about how Louis Vuitton grew. And it was through generations after generations after generations. It's not always about accomplishing something within one generation. And I think your church is a really good example of that. I know it started with the grandfather, now the son. And it's really, and then even what Joel Osteen, you know, he's kind of, some people love him, some people don't. But him, it's like started with one dad to the other to him, and it's kind of it's a very beautiful process.
It really is. And you know, the legacy is continuing to be built, and we are so excited we are moving downtown Long Beach. Well, we're there on Frequency Line. If you guys want to come, it's gonna be great on Sunday. So yeah, I'm super excited. I'm so proud of my church, and yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to.
Nice. Thank you guys so much for listening to the pod. We appreciate you guys. Please subscribe, leave us a review. 5 stars, 5 stars, 5 stars. We appreciate you. We love you guys. And thank you so much for listening.
Bye-bye.